Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Over the next 24 hours, me and Jack are going to be eating, living and sleeping on the boat. And hopefully we can target a few different species along the way. As always, if you're new to the channel, please don't forget to subscribe. It's completely free to do so. It just notifies you every time I release a new video. With that all said and done, let's start the trip. So I have a few new pieces of Seafarer gear to try out. I have the Crypsis metal 85cm with a reel and the new speeder fins by Seafarer. Now I love my longer gun, but in situations where the water isn't too clear, it's good to resort to a smaller gun, and this 85 is perfect for that. This was my first or second dive on the mark, and straight away off the bat I could see that there was a lot of fish in the area. Now you can't quite see it on this first video, but in the very background of this shoal there's some bream hanging around in the back. Now I knew if I took my time and hid well enough in the kelp, these bream would come in close enough for me to pick a shot on them. Now as you can see from the video, the bream came just close enough for me to put the shot in. It did actually turn just as I pulled the trigger, so it was quite a lucky shot, and I did only have one 14mm band on the gun, so the reach wasn't as great as I initially expected, but I did secure the fish. And if you're wondering how deep that was 11.6 meters.
Got a bream.
Having managed one nice bream already, I decided to focus my attention on the bass. I swapped back to the Hero 115 for some extra reach, but it turns out I didn't need it as this absolute monster of a bass came in really close. I lined up the shot, pulled the trigger, and it shot off so fast. Luckily I had the reel attached, as it probably would have ripped itself off with the sheer force of the fish. So after catching that nice bass, I decided to have a few more dives in search for some more bream and other species. I did actually come across another bream, but missed it point blank, as you can see from this video. Never mind, that fish lives on. We saw lots more bass. Obviously these ones were quite small. Even if they are small fish, it's great to see that many fish in such good numbers out here. With two nice fish in the call box, we decided to call it a day and headed back in.
Right guys, sorry for not doing much talking earlier. We were too excited to get in the water, and we didn't really have much time to get on the cameras and do much speaking. But we got one really nice bass and we got one really nice bream as well. And we went into Plymouth, went onto the Barbican, had a few drinks, and now we're just coming back into the beach. We're going to have a little barbecue. We're also planning to stay on the boat tonight. I've tried it already. I have done it once before, but we're going to, me and Jack, squeeze into the small two-berth space that we've got at the front. Here's Jack, just coming down now. Was on. So we're going to anchor up, get a little dinghy on the beach, and then have a little cook up.
Break my heart if you want to. Well, I really don't mind. That's how much I want you. Yeah. I know it's
Thing off this whole side.
Yep.
But we got to eat that much each.
Cool. Easy, man. I'm starving.
Enough for 2 pizzas each. That's right. Wow, mate, to be fair, that smells fucking good.
Yep.
So with the other half of the fish that we didn't use that evening, I cut up into portions and then went out to the 2 yachts that were moored next to us that evening and gave some fish out for free. Now they very kindly offered me some money for the fish, but I politely declined and said that this one was on me. One of the guys hadn't had dinner that evening, so he was going to cook up one of the fillets that I gave him, and the couple put the fish in the freezer and then had it the following day. So thanks very much for accepting the fish, and I hope you enjoyed it if you're watching the video.
That's enough of me speaking for today. Me and Jack are going to enjoy a beer now. You'll probably get a quick eyes on us before we get our heads down, but if not, we'll see you first thing tomorrow morning. It's going to be our cosy bed for the night. Got enough room in that bite?
I just put my feet up like that.
Not much room.
I think, hang on.
Push your head up further. Squeeze right up there.
As long as there's nothing startling me in the night, I think we'll be okay.
What is going on? We had a pretty good night's sleep, to be honest. It was flat calm last night, and just up now. It's about 6:30 and waiting for the sun to come up. They're the 2 yachts that I dropped the fish to last night over there, and we're just going to wait until about 11:30, and then we're going to pick up 2 other people, and then we're going to go back out to our spot where we were yesterday in hope to find some more fish. We'll have a bit of breakfast now, get the boat ready, and then head straight out. The water was a lot more tidal than the day before, but the viz had actually improved, and as you can see, there's still plenty of fish around. We're still on the hunt for bream and hoping that there might be a gilthead bream in the area. Now with the better viz, it was a lot harder to get close to the bream, and they were very standoffish, and they only really appeared at the very end of my breath hold. Now this next clip is very frustrating to watch, but it does result in a very nice fish. Initially I dived down and realised that I hadn't switched the GoPro on, and whilst doing this I somehow managed to get the gun tangled in the kelp. I then managed to untangle the gun, line a nice sized fish up and go to shoot, but the safety was on. I somehow flicked the safety on whilst trying to untangle the gun. Now at this point I thought my luck was up when a really nice 9.5 pound bass decided to come in too close. I still had one fish to get, so I got dropped off at the top of the reef on the up current, hoping to drift back onto the top of the pinnacle. Now battling the current I only just made it to the top, but these two fish that came in from my right were both legal size, so I picked the nicer one of the two. Unfortunately just after this the GoPro died, and with the bass limit reached we decided to head back to shore anyway. Once we got back to the slipway and the boat was on the trailer, I decided to scale and gut the fish, chucking everything back into the sea. And when I got home I then froze both fish whole, saving them for the Christmas period. As always, thanks very much for watching. If you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up because it does genuinely help in getting the video out there. If you've got any questions then please leave them in the comment section down below and I'll do my best to get back to you as quick as possible. If you're new to the channel, please don't forget to subscribe. It's completely free to do so. It just notifies you every time I release a new video. That's it for this week and I'll see you all next time.